What's up, my peeps? Welcome to Enter the Maya, where I'm here to help you realize that we are in a dream state and we are waking up to our true divinity and our true selves. Let's go, people. All right, on the last episode, I talked a little bit about my grandparents on both sides to give you a little bit of background, and I left out a little bit on my dad's side of the dad's side of the family, and so on my dad's side of the family, my grandpa, they were from a town closer to the border, closer to Mexico. And so just recently, well, about 10 years now, my grandma's side, her family, decided to let our family join the family reunions because they always thought we were bad. They said my grandpa stole my grandma away from them. And my grandpa actually shot one of her brothers in the leg or something like that. And so they always were mad at us. So now that my grandpa's dead and my grandma died a long time ago, they allowed us to come over. But also, one of my grandpa's brothers, on his wedding day, okay, and their church is like 3 houses away from where my grandma lives. Like, you can walk to the church, literally. And on his wedding day, when he came out the church, when him and his wife came out the church, her dad hired a hitman and shot my grandpa's brother right there in front of everybody on the steps of the church when they're throwing the rice and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a hell of a way to fucking start your marriage off. You know what I mean? Dead. Well, I guess that ends it. But yeah, so I'm kind of wanting to fill in. And if y'all haven't watch any more of the videos, I want to get caught up. I got it. This is episode 3, so there's 1 and 2, and I'm trying to keep them as short as possible. I'm trying to keep it focused on the story, but I get so sidetracked and distracted because I want to bring y'all spiritual knowledge too, plus part of my own experiences. And so that basically follows up both sides of my family. Both of them were basically kind of poor. You know what I'm saying? Both men were very mean and stern, even to the children, you know what I'm saying? Children to the woman. And I try not to blame them too much because that is the generation they grew up in, you know what I mean? Like, that was normal. That was normalized, and it try to make it normalized inside myself, and I know that's not normal, but going through my experiences in life, especially in relationships with females, I have my own insecurities, my own jealousies, and my own bullshit that I've gotten from these people, from what I've learned by watching. I'm having to break myself or breaking, you know what I'm saying? I'm breaking free from them because I realized that the divine feminine, like, it made me almost think that, like, all women are the same. They're just fucking bullshit, blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no good women out there. And yet you can see it for females too. It's been the same thing for y'all too, you know what I'm saying? Like, all men are the same. Y'all are all just dogs, cheaters, you know what I'm saying? Like, all this bullshit that we reflect off of each other. And those are the things that we have to break, because unity, I mean, like, in the Bible it says that God put into me, enemy, I don't know, it's Enmity, between man and woman. Plato said that Zeus split us in half and left man and woman, basically the two souls trying to find themselves on this journey. And so throughout all these religions, you can see, like, especially we live in this dualistic nature, so it's like man versus woman, good versus evil. Like, it's always this competition. It's not. It's about unity. We're going to the age of Aquarius where we're going to be unified. We're going to release all these things that no longer serve us, And like this epidemic that we're in now, our pandemic, you know what I'm saying? This whole COVID fake bullshit, you know what I'm saying? And if you're for this vaccine, I don't know what to tell you, but come on, this is an experiment. And the dude running it, Bill Gates, bro, check his bio, man. He's been to Africa and he has been doing test runs in villages in Africa. And like, these people are, after starting doing these test runs, kids were starting to be born with birth defects, the cleft lip. Women started becoming where they couldn't produce children no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, and one of their plans is to depopularize the world. And what better way than to make everybody not be able to produce seeds except for the people that want to produce seeds? Wipe out a whole group of people within a couple generations. And yeah, before I get off topic, but yeah, so with this whole fucking pandemic, though, like, I mean, it's nuts. You know what I'm saying? Don't take the shot. But one of the benefits I want to say that I see that came out of it is a lot of people had to get isolated. Made them come to themselves. Now, I've heard a lot of people have committed suicide, like the suicide rate's high. I mean, and that sucks. Don't get me wrong. And going through my life, I've actually came close to attempting suicide several times. If it wasn't for the son that I raised, I probably would have done it. But I didn't want to leave an ill psyche on him and then come back to some more karmic bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Or more life lessons that I have to learn. And so for a lot of us having to be consumed into our houses are isolated, it gives us time to think, to self-reflect, to see what's actually going on for those that have not woken up yet to this journey, or how twisted and fucking fucked up people run this place, that run the elite. They're twisted, you know what I'm saying? But then again, I have to self-reflect and say, yo, is this just a self-reflection of my own psyche? You know what I'm saying? As within, so without. And so what part of my psyche has to be healed, or do I have to mend, or what do I have to walk, like fully walk in love to like a Care Bear? Like, y'all remember the Care Bears, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, the rainbow. And they would just shoot their shit out their heart or whatever emblem they had on their chest. You know, maybe that's what we're supposed to do is when we come together, we unite. Because even during the awakening, we can fall into the fear state. You know what I mean? Like, I went through the dark night of the soul and it was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was starting to become, I thought, like a paranoid schizophrenic, because I was once you wake up, you start to see everything that's going on, how the wickedness is, like how fucked up these people really are. And it puts you in basically a fear state, you know what I mean? And so even though I woke up and I was all excited about waking up, it also put me in a couple rabbit holes, put me in a space like, yo, we are fucked, you know what I mean? But no, we're not. It's up to us. It's us. We are the saviors. We are waiting now. And ain't nobody coming to do it but us. And it starts here. It starts inside of us, man. Getting these chakras lined up. Reiki attunements, you know, all that good shit. And sorry, that was my spew for that. But, yeah, so I see a little bit of positive in the negative. You know what I mean? And hopefully more and more people are waking up. Because, I mean, there's people are getting shot. It's fucking women's wombs up. It's killing people. I mean, it's an experiment, guys. Don't take it, man. Don't do it. It's especially for something that has killed less people than the flu. You know what I mean? And I know some people have had it. Even myself, I think I had it in December before like the whole thing hit, because I got all sick as a dog for like 4 days. I couldn't eat, couldn't do nothing. But yeah, I mean, so to each their own on that. But that's my advice to you. And so today during meditation, I was thinking about what can I talk about in this story. And when I was in kindergarten, it was close to Halloween, and we lived in these apartments, and I lived with my grandparents and my mom. And these apartment complexes, it was like several apartment complexes, but there was really no gate that divided them. They were just like, you could just walk through them and just walk. And so it was like maybe a half a mile long, maybe a little shorter, worth of just nothing but apartments. And there was a road that went straight down the middle, and then apartments on both sides of the road with drive-ins that would go in, you know what I'm saying, driveways. And so I ran into a kid from school. So, I mean, I think I'm kindergarten. Yeah, I'm in kindergarten. And he's like, oh, you want to come to my house? I was like, yeah, sure. But walking over there, I didn't, just walking and talking with my friend, I didn't realize that I lived like in the front, and he lived all the way in the back. And so, you know, I'm just talking, yeah, let's go. And so go to his house, play for an hour or so, but then it starts to get dark. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I need to get home. It's getting dark. And the reason why I know it was Halloween time is because he showed me his cop uniform. His dad was a cop, and he was being a cop for Halloween. And that's why I don't know why this story sticks out to me, but it does. But now it makes sense when I'll explain it to you. And so walking back, and like literally it's just a straight walk. If I come out of his door, his apartment, if I just kept walking, I would eventually hit my apartment. But I don't remember it being so far away, because when I was walking with my friend, we were just talking, so I wasn't paying attention to my surroundings. I was just, oh, have buddy, I'm going to your house, play, buddy, yeah, let's go. You know what I'm saying? And So on the walk back though, then I'm like, after about, coming to the next set of apartments where I still don't recognize where I'm at. I'm like, yo, what's going on here? I'm still walking. The sun's going down. It's like dusk. It's like starting to get real dark. And I'm just walking. I don't know if I'm walking in circles or what, but I just remember I just kept walking and walking and walking. And next thing I know, I'm scared out of my fucking mind because I'm lost. I feel like I'm lost, but yet I'm not that far from the house. You know what I mean? But as a 5-year-old child, I'm screaming. I'm like, Mom, Mom, where you at, Mom? Just screaming my ass off. And then finally, I hear my mom scream my name. And so then I'm like, what? So I start taking off towards her direction. And she found me, and we found each other. And I was just like, oh, so relieved. You know what I mean? And so I try to wonder what that implements for me spiritually, right? And so when I think about it, like as a child, or even coming into this universe, you know what I'm saying? We don't really know. We don't know how to navigate this place really that well. We come in with amnesia. We're only guided by those that are around us and what they know. And so, I was in search of the divine feminine. The very thing that I suppressed within myself, the thing that even from like watching my mom, because I've seen my mom, I've seen my mom not necessarily cheat on my dad, but be with another dude. I mean, took me to another dude's house one time, and I'll never forget it. I'm like, yo, this is fucked up. Like, what the fuck? And I remember the dude trying to be all cool with me, talking about, oh, look at this blow dart. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, these are things that stay on my mind because these are part of my psyche that had made me reflect on women in a certain way. But then yet I see my mom be submissive and get her ass beat, you know what I'm saying, by the same dude. But then trying to find a way out. So, like, I mean, who do I blame? You know what I'm saying? He was abusive, and so he worked out of town when I was younger. So did she? I don't know if she ever cheated, but she did take me to the dude's house. You know what I'm saying? And I was there. They never went to the room together or nothing like that. But it's just still the fact that, you know what I'm saying, like in my mind, I'm like, okay, this is my mom. This is who I look up to as the woman, and what I'm going to look forward to in a woman. And so it left a fucked up mental state in my mind of like, yo, women are cheaters. You know what I mean? And that was one of my hard psyches to break, to not categorize all women into the same group. I mean, yes, y'all are part of the collective, but we all do our own things. And then now me trying to be more understanding of my mother's like, well, she's trying to find her way out because she didn't want to stay in an abusive relationship no more. And so yeah, the moral of that story of me being lost was me trying to find myself, or trying to find the divine feminine, like with the Plato story where he says Zeus split man and woman in half and then sent them on a journey to find themselves. And that was one of the moments that should have made me realize I was looking for the divine feminine, but yes, I was 5. And also that I was like suppressing it, you know what I'm saying, or keeping it in the dark, because by the time I made it to my mom, it was just about to be dark, like the sun was almost completely down, and I was almost left in the darkness. But then I found her, but she found me, and that's what's happening right now. Like, I'm in the middle of the darkness and I'm close. I feel you, divine feminine. I feel you. And it's gonna be a reunion for all of us. Like, man, once we start waking up, like, and the main focus is not to focus on another part of yourself, is to focus on yourself and see where you can heal. Because then you start, it's like two magnets that will go, and this ain't, I'm not trying to turn this into no twin flame story, but it really is just the most beautiful story. Everyone has one too, man. Like in this dream state, this could be the most beautiful romance in history. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. 2 souls that came down to a 3D realm that was split in half, and man, that's magic. That's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? When you think about it, to come through all these 3D realms, to see all this bullshit, to go through different relationships, to be in different situations, and to finding each other in the midst of darkness. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? And so that was a story that really stuck out to me, especially during my meditation. So that's why I decided to bring that story today. So people, I'm trying to keep it shortened up for y'all because I know that 20 minutes is too long. Maybe probably 15 minutes is too long. But I would appreciate it if you would subscribe, like, hit the notification button, whatever it is. But I appreciate y'all listening to my stories, listening to my spiritual aspects, and appreciate it. Namaste. Let's waken up. Let's rise, divine feminine. Let's rise, divine masculine. Let's stay strong. And next to that divine feminine, it's time for reunion. You know what I'm saying? It's time. No more division. Let's see women as the true nurturing, caring women, beautiful mothers they are, and us being the divine masculine. You know what I'm saying? To me, because see, like back in the day, the pharaohs of Egypt. You know what I'm saying? You know who their number one counselor was their queen. And so the feminine is the plan. Because they have intuition, they know what to do. And the masculine is the action. So when we get with our divine feminine, we can balance out, we'll have the plan that needs to go forth, and then we can take action on it, bro. Let's go. Love you, people. Let's go. It's time to wake up. Enter the Maya. Subscribe, share, like. Let's go.